Hi, welcome to this video. It's a bit different than the ones I usually do. One thing's got to be said. A tribal costume is never ever finished. I guess this goes for tribal fusion costumes as well as ATS costumes. And I've got all these really nice things for all these performances I don't have. So basically, I decided to just get stuff out of my wardrobe and show it to you, since otherwise, probably not many people will see it, and I think that's rather a shame because the things are so nice. So here we go. A friend of mine gave me this idea. It's pretty good because I couldn't decide what order to actually show you the things in. So here next to me is a big bag with all my hip scarves and belts in. So I'm just going to shut my eyes and pull something out and let's see what it is. Okay, first things first, what's this? Okay, this one is a belt, as you can see, I'm sure. So this is quite a typical ATS belt, actually. I can come a bit close so I can show it to you. I think it's really nice. I got this at a ATS and tribal, well, I can't really call it a festival, it was too small for that, but it was some tribal event and there was someone selling these, and I got this one at a reduced price because if you can see, can you see? I don't know, yeah, here, it's rusted a bit in some places, which suits me fine because I think it's pretty anyway, and I got it reduced, yay! So this was my first ever ATS belt and I was really excited to get it, and I know the medallions are quite pretty with a little mirror in there, and buttons, row of buttons, really nice coins, not flimsy ones, but they're actually quite thick and actual real coins, so that's always really important to me. I don't like fake coins at all. I don't think they really have the tribal feel about them. Okay, next, let's see, what's this? What's that? Ah, good, okay. This is a scarf. It is actually just a normal random scarf that I got because I just like to have these to wear underneath belts or other hip scarves depending on what colours I like to combine. So this isn't really very exciting, but it's useful. I'm not sure whether you can see it on the video. It's a sort of a very dark bluey purple navy kind of colour, and it's got slightly frayed edges as well. In fact, I've got two of these. I don't know what I did exactly. I think I bought both of them thinking I didn't already have one. So yeah, this is the smaller one of the two. It hasn't got frayed edges, but colour-wise they're pretty much the same. Okay, next. What could this be? Ah, yes. This is a sequin hip scarf, like a sequin net. I don't know whether there's actually a word for these, but lots of people wear them, and they're nice because you can wear different hip scarves underneath, like for instance the one I just showed, or you can just wear it over a skirt and it shimmers really nicely. What I like about this one especially is the colour. I normally use this when I'm dancing with my dance group when we're meeting up to practice, because you can squish it and it's really small and you can put it pretty much in any bag, so that's nice. I'm not supposed to be looking in there, am I? Sorry. Ah, now this, if I can actually get it out of the bag, hang on a moment. This is just a random shell belt. I didn't even get it at a tribal shop place. It's just from a jewellery store, and that was right at the beginning when I think I was about 16 or 17, and I was really interested in tribal and tribal fusion and everything, and I didn't know anyone apart from me who was, and there weren't any dance classes around, and I didn't know where to get tribal costuming. But I found this in a jewellery store, and it's so pretty. I mean, you'd admit that it's not incredibly tribally because it hasn't got any coins or anything, but it's nice to wear if you just want something a bit simple, because you can wear it on pretty much anything. So I often had this in when I'm practicing or something. It's quite nice, and it's quite heavy. I like it if you can actually feel a belt when it's on. Yeah. Next. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Ah, now this is interesting, because this is another belt. It's actually the one I like best, but it is the one I hardly ever wear. I made this one myself. It took me ages because I'm not that disciplined, so it would be lying around for a few months until I'd feel like working on it again, and I think it turns out really nice. I keep it in here because I don't want it to be damaged. I put so much work into it. I'm not particularly good at sewing, but this is mainly hand sewn by hand, and so yeah, I can show you this. This is lovely. Unless it's all tangled up, I'll have to see. No, it isn't. Oh, that's good. See, this is my belt. I think actually it's best if I show it to you when it's on the floor, so I'll just lay it down for a moment and then you can see better. I used just some normal material. I think it was probably cotton to make the base, and on top of that I put some China satin I got off eBay. I think it was eBay, I'm not sure, mind you, and I embellished it with lots of other little things. There's gold thread, and here I've got half dome buttons with these little metal beads in between. Generally I was going for coppery goldy type of metal and not silvery metal. The only silver I've got in it is the coins that dangle off it at the bottom, and if you can see these here, I use these for the ties, so I can sort of wrap the ties through there and tie it, and this is in fact an earring. And the other side you can see I've got the same one, so I had two of these and I thought, why not just put them on there. And this, as you could see on the other side as well, is a Celtic medallion, Celtic pattern on it. Yeah, and down here I've got some more coins. These are slightly more flimsy, so some of them did break whilst I was trying to sew them on. Far East Asian style. And these I got from a store that sells things you can use to make your own jewellery. I think they're usually used for earrings and that kind of thing, but I thought they were so pretty, so I put them on here too. And here is a nice medallion, and lots of other little metal tassels. And here I really like this. I got this from a medieval market fair type of thing. Okay, so I'm really proud of this belt. It took me ages and I really like it, but I haven't really had much chance to wear it yet, which is a shame, but at least you can see it now. Let's get on. Let's see what I can pull out of the bag next. A hip scarf that I got off eBay actually. So thanks to whoever sold this to me. It's really nice. It is a velvet hip scarf with tassels on, as you can see. And just come a bit closer. At the top it's got a lovely edge as well to it, and it's got these orange tassels, and it's got those at the bottom as well. And in addition to those, it's got these sort of, they're with black and teal out of, I don't know, I guess it's just leftover scraps of material. Unfortunately, one of these big teal tassels came off whilst I was dancing, so it's missing one, but you know, doesn't really matter. And I like the pattern of it as well. It's sort of a, if you can see, hang on, that it's slightly see-through in some places, and it's got big flowers on. The colour is, it's sort of burgundy with a bit of teal there. Hang on, where's it gone? There was some teal somewhere, I can't find it now. There. Can you see? Yes, like there's a bit of teal, if you can see, it sort of shimmers, and the rest of it is burgundy, and then with these orange bits, that's really pretty. And a nice fringe at the bottom too. Let's see what's next. Oh, this is interesting. Now I'm sure everyone has already heard of, sorry, I hope I pronounce this the right way, asute shawls. So it's a specific material where there's actually metal woven into it, or actually hammered into the fabric. Don't quote me on this, mind you. And I got some online at a store, but it was a bit weird, so I wasn't sure what I'd get in the end. So what I did get was this, in fact. You could say it's asuite, but it hasn't really got a special pattern. It's just like a starry sky. But it's nice. It's quite a big shawl, so I'm probably going to wear it as a panel skirt type of thing. Yeah. So it's not as nice as usual asuite goes, but I think it is still definitely wearable. Yeah, there we are. Now what is this? Oh, this is amazing. I got this from a friend, an incredibly heavy and incredibly dangly belt. It's very wide as well. It weighs quite a lot because it's got all these nice metal fringe bits on it, and coins, and very pretty mirrors as well. The red parts are a bit empty, so I'm wondering whether I'll fill those in with something else. But I might just leave it the way it is as well, because it's quite nice. Especially what I think is quite sweet is these sort of dangly pearly bits. That's weird, I haven't actually seen that before, but it's quite nice. Oh yeah, I keep looking in the bag, sorry. Ha! Oh yay! Another scarf! Another burgundy one! This is lovely. It is a velvet burnout scarf with a very pretty pattern. This is the, yeah, really, really nice. And a fringe at the bottom. I like this because you can combine it really nicely, and whatever colour you're wearing underneath it sort of shimmers through from the back, so that's good. Very good. Next thing is, yeah, I'm not sure why I bought this one, but I've been reluctant to chuck it out as well, because I think it's got a sort of a nice waterfall look to it, and it starts off with a light green and gets darker towards the bottom, which is nice. It's just a bit of an unpractical shape. It's a stretchy scarf, and I just figured you can never have too many hip scarves, and maybe I'll find a good way to combine this with something else. I've got another one that sort of belongs to this, because I think I bought them at the same time thinking I could probably use them for lots of different things, and this is the other one. It's quite pretty too. These are sort of more fashion scarves, where I figured you could probably somehow make them part of a costume, even though they're not directly tribal things. Yeah, this is probably a bit more fusion because it's got lots of lace in it. So I never actually wear these round my neck, but I'm sure I'll come to use them someday. Hang on a moment, there's one missing. There's one missing, isn't it? Oh, here it is. Ah, there we are. This is lovely. This is a peacock hip scarf with a fringe, velvet, and see-through at the top. probably, yeah, sort of burn out scarf at the top, and here it's completely velvety and it's got a peacock on it. Very nice, and it sparkles slightly. I'm not sure whether you can see, but it has got little tiny sparkly bits in it here and there. And I love the colour of it. It's so lovely. It's teal and gold and sort of all the autumny type of dark, rich autumn colours, which I like, which I prefer for my costumes. I'm in love with this one. Okay, what's next? Oh, it's getting empty. I think there's only, yeah, there's only these left. Gosh, that was all. Okay. It's quite a lot though, mind you, isn't it? This I really like. It is a belt, a mirror belt, with a black base and big and small mirrors in between. You can see the base is black and it's got golden sequins and beads, so the black shimmers through, and that's nice. And I've got another one to go with it, which is colour-wise slightly different. This one has a brown material underneath, so that shimmers through, and it's got golden ties at the edges, and the material around the mirrors has got a bit of colour to it. It's green and red, so I'll try and hold them up together so you can see the immediate difference, these two. So one of them just seems, when you're wearing it, slightly darker than the other. So thanks for looking at all my stuff with me. In the next part of the video you'll actually see them, what they look like when they're being worn. That was it, and I'm definitely going to make some more videos about the other things in my tribal wardrobe, so see you then, bye bye.